welcome to the third session of your grammar chapter, that is the sentence. As you all know, we have already finished 2 classes on that. We know what a sentence is, how it is written, what are the punctuation marks followed in that, and how we arrange a group of words to make a meaningful sentence. Today, we will read another important part of that, and it is the division of a sentence. Let's see what are the different divisions in a sentence. Okay, come. So, coming to the division of a sentence, we have different sections, or we can say a sentence is divided into different parts. First, it's a subject, then predicate. In the predicate, there has to be a verb, and we definitely have to follow the punctuation marks. It is very much necessary that you follow the punctuation marks, right? And you should be able to identify which is the subject, which is the predicate. Okay? Now, what is a subject? A subject is that person or that concerned noun or pronoun who does the work. The doer of the work is called as the subject. And predicate is that part of the sentence where the action is seen. Okay, subject does the work and the effect is in the predicate part, right? And always remember that the predicate begins with a verb, right? So then you can identify which part is your predicate and which is your subject. And you should also see that subject is not always a noun. It can also be a pronoun. So accordingly, we have to find out which is the subject, which is the predicate. The thing is that it should be there in our mind always that the subject is the doer of the work, doer of the action. It does the work. Then only we can identify which is the subject and the action of the subject. That is the predicate. So let's see how and which part of a sentence is divided into subject and predicate. You see the first example given to you. Children are bored due to lockdown in the city. Now who is being bored? The children. So the children are the subject. And what is the effect of the children? That action, that is the effect on the children, that they are bored due to the lockdown in the city. And that part is your predicate. Okay, now you are clear. Who is the subject? The children who are being bored. And their action, their effect is that they are bored due to the lockdown in the city. And you see, I said that it begins with a verb. Predicate begins with a verb. You see, are bored. Are is your helping verb and bored is your main verb. So, which is the verb? Are bored. Did you understand? Come, let's see another example. My mother is the most prettiest lady in the world. Who is the most prettiest lady? My mother. So, my mother is the subject. And what is the mother? The most prettiest lady. You see the predicate? Is the most prettiest lady in the world. Right, children? And see which is the verb? Is. The predicate part begins with the is. Next. I love to read storybooks. Who loves to read storybooks? I. So, I is the subject. What does I love to do? I love to read storybooks. So, that is the predicate. Love to read storybooks. Got it? And which is the verb over here? Love. It begins. You see, the predicate begins with the verb love to read storybooks. The verb is love. So, accordingly, you have to identify in the sentence which is the subject, which is the predicate, and in the predicate which is the verb. You should always keep it in your mind that it begins with a verb. Everywhere you see here love, here is, everywhere here are. So it begins with the verb. Coming to the next, I have given you some examples, some questions where you have to drill it. We will see your understanding level. You will drill it, whether it is able for you to make you do the works properly or not. Have you understood the subject or not? Kapil Sharma is a fantastic comedian. See children, who is a fantastic comedian? Kapil Sharma. So which is the subject? Kapil Sharma is the subject. It's a noun over here. Is the subject. Now what does Kapil Sharma? He is a fantastic comedian. So what is the predicate here? Is a fantastic comedian. So where the predicate begins? Is a fantastic comedian. So which is the verb? Is. Got it? Is it clear to all of you? Okay, coming to the next one. My friends are going on a picnic. Who are going on picnic? My friends. So it is the subject. And who are going on the where are the friends going? They are going on a picnic. So are going on a picnic is your predicate, and it begins with the verb are. Got it? And the third one, rose is a beautiful flower. Which is a beautiful flower? Rose. So rose is the subject, and the remaining ones is a beautiful flower is the predicate, because when we get the answer, rose is what? Rose is a beautiful flower. So is a beautiful flower is the predicate, and which is the verb? Is. Coming to the last sentence, the girls are singing melodiously. Who are singing melodiously? The girls. So the girls are the subject. And what are the girls doing? The girls are singing melodiously. So these are singing beautiful melodiously is the predicate part. And which is the verb? Are. Are and singing both are verbs. But the first one is are. Okay, it's a helping verb and it is the main verb. Okay children? Hope you all have understood what is the difference between the subject and the predicate. Which part in the sentence is a subject and which part in the sentence is called a predicate. You have to remember what the subject does and what is the work of the predicate. Then only you can identify them properly. Okay? So have a practice at home. Write 10 sentences. Try to divide the subject and the predicate. It will help you understand the things better. Okay children?